We're going to show you guys the bracket we're currently looking at to see where we are in this tournament. So far, we did just see Rizza fall to Cheap Eddie, which does mean that Rizza's out of the tournament. But as you can see right here, we have Rizza versus Cheap Eddie, which went down. Asodimazze versus Murko, which I expect to be up next. H-Dope versus X-Zorro. Bit of a run back there in some ways, I believe. And Sacron versus FKL. So it's quite a stacked losers bracket, especially when you factor in the Path to Pro competition and how hard these guys have been playing. It's like I said earlier on, this is their last chance to stay alive in this tournament. I mean, 3 more of these guys have to go home. 3 more players have to go 0-2. It's a crazy reality, but we're just at that stage. But Asodimazze up next. Dr. Fate and Superman. Expected to see him use Dr. Fate, but it was a little bit stronger than we really expected to see, because he hasn't been using it competitively that much. He's been using it loads in casuals and loads before, but not much in a competitive setting. His opponent, however, I mean, what are we expecting?
So Murko has, I don't want to say underperformed today, because I don't want to make it sound like we had, you know, colossally high expectations of like the best play we've ever seen, because Murko has always been that unpredictable, very aggressive.
He's a firecracker.
He is a firecracker of a player. He'll get in, he'll try and mix you up, he'll try and rush you down, he'll do crazy combos, and that's the way he's always played. That isn't the style of Murko we saw today, earlier on. We've seen that beforehand in Injustice 2, and Harley Quinn fits the way he plays very well. Obviously, with the one exception being Harley Quinn is quite defensive. He doesn't seem to play for that keep away style too much. However, that being said, Murko is usually very aggressive, very explosive, very hard to deal with, and very overwhelming as a player. Whereas earlier on, when he fought against H-Dope in the winner's side, he just didn't seem anywhere near as comfortable. Now he's going to be against Asodimazze, who is most likely going to be running Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate is the kind of character that, A, you need to know the matchup, because you need to understand how to play that matchup properly. And also, you cannot lose your cool against. You need to make sure that you're keeping a clear head and a level head, but it looks like he's actually going to start with Superman. So Superman versus Harley Quinn to start things off at the very least.
Again, Murko would have been playing with K-Top quite substantially for this tournament, so it's another matchup that Murko is going to be familiar with, but really it didn't seem to help him too much in that winner's bracket because it was a clash of playstyles. Whether he tries to play more of a full screen game here remains to be seen, or whether he just tries to go in and go ham. We may see that as well, because that is what Murko is known for. Instant jump 1. What a start.
Nice air-to-air confirm as well. There's that wake-up immediately from Asodimazze, getting that in early, letting Murko know, I'm going to be willing to do these wake-ups. You have to stuff them.
And here comes Murko, trying to sort of play that sort of mid-screen game, catching those air gun shots.
Now, I must say, this is a style of Murko we're not really used to seeing in Path to Pro events. You know, very much more willing to sit at that sort of long-range game and just make it as frustrating as possible, and it's working out for him. His adaptation is working fine.
And yeah, contrary to what we saw in the previous set where he would go in that exchange, now he's keeping his life lead. It's a very distinct change of game plan.
But a big life lead it is as well. The down 1 to challenge the plus frames. Murko, definitely known for doing that kind of thing, but really just threatens you as an opponent, knowing that he is willing to do those down 1s in that situation.
He's not afraid to go for low pokes, but in Injustice 2 with Harley Quinn in particular, his low poke becomes a full combo. So you've got to be so careful with that.
These Bizarro noises. So weird listening to them in comparison to the normal Superman ones.
Indeed, it's almost like it's Bizarro.
I know, right?
Superman. Full
That's going to be a full combo. All corner repositioning too. Is he going to spend a second bar for the refreeze? No, he's just going to cash out for the 1. 370, not bad at all.
Yeah, that's good damage regardless.
Oh, nice throw tech.
Risky tech though, like teching that grab against Superman is so dangerous.
I mean, teching against Superman generally is always a big risk, but you have to be sometimes willing to do it. The only issue is, if you get hit by that forward 3, especially if it's meter burn, you're going to be eating a lot of damage for that attempt. Still though, Murko keeping hold of this lead very well. Asodimazze getting swatted out of the air a little bit.
Once again by the cupcake bomb.
Ooh. Nice true jump. Murko waking up with buttons, perhaps trying to anti-air there, but didn't quite work, but still, a nice life lead for Murko.
The air mobility does mean that he's not going to be as free to those sort of cupcake bombs or that long-range pressure as maybe some other characters. Full jump in. Now there's the clash. He's been forced to use it early though.
The thing is, actually, considering how Murko's been playing this so far, if Asodimazze can play this post-clash game well, he actually might be able to make a comeback. This is Superman with crazy damage. And Murko is sort of towards the right-hand side of the screen.
Just about to say, like Murko's back, gets more and more close to the board, and now he's in danger. He's going to get knocked down here. Hit by the clean jump.
Oh no, Asodimazze didn't turn it into a freeze. Murko does have a super though. Oh my lord, he catches him! Is that a full comeback? Yes it is! Asodimazze, with exactly what we feared would happen, manages to play the post-clash game perfectly and gets a chunky damage to make a full comeback on Murko. Murko had so much bar, but the air tech at the end just wasn't enough to save him.
You said it yourself. A clash used early against Superman with full trait and a nice amount of bars is... You cannot count this character out. Like, he lands a single hit. If your back is anywhere near the wall, he can kill you, like outright with one touch.
Superman just is one of those characters. It does not matter how much life difference separates you. If you are in the corner, you are in trouble. Superman can do that. He can delete your life bar in the blink of an eye. All he needs is a bar and a dream. And Asodimazze had both.
Right, now if you're Murko in this situation, I wonder what your adjustment is. At down one, no full combo. I think he no doubt would have tried to turn that into it, but no. 2 different hits could have been full combos there, but no conversion.
I think that this could be a little bit of a mental guard break versus Murko, though, because he had such a huge lead that entire time, but Asodimazze was just able to steal it away.
It's a nice conversion, though, from Murko. Really nice conversion, in fact, putting Asodimazze near the corner. There's the Interactable, that defense mechanism.
Oh, that was a nice read from Asodimazze. Oh, and that's going to capture on the ground. Murko, unfortunately, wasting a lot of bar in the process.
Yeah, nothing worse than trying to air tech and getting hit anyway. I mean, you just lose the bar, you lose your health, you lose your morale in some ways.
Oh, that's going to work for him. Does Asodimazze throw the Interactable just to get out of play? Oh,
don't even overextend. Just play that defensive game.
Quite hard to hit Asodimazze's being right now. So slippery. Oh, nice meter burn roll. Good confirm. Can he get anything else? And there's the wake up. Murko isn't quite playing around the wake-ups in the right way at the moment.
Back forward 3 may be a high now, but it's still invincible.
Asodimazze's patience is really showing through so far. Oh.
But I feel like on the flip side, you say Asodimazze's patience is showing, but Murko's lack of patience is starting to show a bit more. He's throwing away a lot of bar on those meter burn forward 3s, and even though he's still got 2, in many ways you would think, well, he's still got bar, right? He should have full meter right now.
However, though, the meter burn forward 3s are keeping Asodimazze in place. You see the hesitance and these jumps now starting to come through a little bit more for Murko. Oh, down one to interrupt.
Yeah, there's that gap interrupted. Only combos on hit. There we go. She's lost that defensive mechanism.
Superman lost trait as well, though. See the hyenas both there.
I wonder if Murko's going to get a chance to really use either of the 2.
He hasn't so far, but that's a full combo.
Maybe now.
Most likely.
Combo. Goes in for up close pressure instead.
See the down one, though. He's now just starting to try and get through those wake-ups.
Uh-oh. Full combo. Here comes Asodimazze.
And there's the clash. I was wondering whether Asodimazze would go for unclashable, but, I mean, considering the reason that entire sequence last game was possible was because Murko didn't have a clash. Maybe Asodimazze is going for the same thing. We might see a repeat at this rate, or can Murko keep it together and tie things up to 1-1?
Asodimazze made a comeback with much more of a deficit last time. Murko has to make some adjustments here. He's not challenging as much. I don't think he wants to get tagged. And no! Almost a full
that
combo.
Could have been disastrous. There's the push block. Oh, catches him. No, not quite in the way. Oh, down 2's going to work. Murko, clutch anti-air.
There's the read.
Oh no! This could be disastrous. He has the trait popped. Big damage coming through.
So much damage done, and now Asodimazze can afford to play this full screen game if he wants. One more chunky laser is going to be it. Oh, the underneath! Full combo! Here comes Murko, but the clash. He still has his clash.
Murko just snuck into the little dead zone where the laser wasn't going to hit. Murko manages to sneak his way through it. Oh, and that trade is going to be 100% in Asodimazze's favor. Manages to get the straight laser out in time, and now a clean and comfortable 2-0 lead for Asodimazze. 2 close games, but 2-0 lead regardless. Murko has his work cut out to stay alive and path to pro.
Does he change to Black Adam? This may be...
I don't think it's a matchup thing. I do not think it's a matchup thing.
And I think
Murko is not playing it terribly. He's just making a few mistakes. Asodimazze is getting a lot of openings that he's just making the most of, right? Asodimazze is recognizing when he can take this damage. His setups have been on point. His choice for unclashable has been good. His willingness to get the clash out of Murko when he needs to, though, when he realizes that he desperately needs Murko to lose that clash, has been what I think mainly the deciding factor that's won him both games so far.
Now, going on to Red Sun Prison. This is a really, really good stage for gadget characters, actually. Especially if Murko has his back to that left-hand wall.
That's exactly where Asodimazze has pushed him, though. But, I mean, Superman corner pressure. Doesn't matter what stage you're on. He's going to want that regardless.
No.
The little delay. Asodimazze with the cheeky stuff.
We're going to see a reset.
Good throw tech.
Yeah, doesn't even go in for the dive bomb. Now, wow. Murko is in a heap of trouble right now. Match point for Asodimazze. He could very much go out with a 3-0 here if he doesn't make something happen right now.
Maybe. Asodimazze could be a few seconds away from taking this. We know how far Superman can delete a life bar, but Murko fighting back. Manages to get an opening.
He's going to get the knockdown.
All base to wake up, that's what we need to see.
And it is the rising grab. More recovery on whiff now, so a full combo punish is significantly easier. And he's pressing buttons. What a sequence, Murko back in the fight.
Really good stuff. That's what we need to see from Murko. Now has Asodimazze cornered. Oh, there's the laser beam. Maybe Murko was expecting an air dash. Traitor's popped, has to be really careful. Now there's the air dash. Asodimazze sneaking his way out of the corner. Ooh, oh, ouch.
Yeah, indeed. Took the words right out of my mouth, but the full combo.
And once again, Murko has lost his wager.
Now, in this scenario, you said it yourself, lost the wager. This is not the first time Murko's been forced to clash.
It's not even the second time. This is the third time Murko has had this clash gone quite early in the second life. And there's, yeah, the red life bar. Oh, not quite in range for the air-to-air. Murko needs to play this so carefully now.
He does.
Any hit from Asodimazze could end in, near the corner. It could be a lot of damage. Could re-separate this life lead. Good block on the cross-up. Oh, but the down one. It's going to go to a full combo.
And challenging it. Oh, no, that hurts so good. Murko cannot get caught one more time. There's the jump, but can't convert because he just wasn't at the right height. The whiff of the forward three.
That forward three whiff might have cost Murko his shot in Path to Pro, or it might have kept him alive with the damage, but no, the interactable Asodimazze, as soon as he saw Murko leave the ground, was ready with the anti-air. And that's going to be it. Asodimazze comfortably moves on with a 3-0 lead win on Murko.
Not forced to use Dr. Fate at any point. Superman's still looking really strong. Murko tried to adjust his style a bit more. Now, all three of us kind of unanimously agreed last time that Murko was being a bit too aggressive, and he sort of needed to sort of recalculate.
He played so much better here. He played so much better this time, and there was three, well, I suppose two close games. The third one was a bit more one-sided, but those first two matches easily could have gone in Murko's favor. That was another one of those situations where we say this a lot, but it keeps happening. The end result of the set was not really a fair representation of how the games actually went. That was two really close ones and a third decisive victory.
But what is it about, I think, you said it yourself, it could have easily have been Murko's game in those two times, especially in the first game where Asodimazze made a really good comeback. What was it about the way Asodimazze was approaching that matchup with Superman that made it so difficult for Murko to sort of, I guess, finish the job when it comes to the match?
I think it was his persistent throughout every game till the end. I mean, even though Harley has quicker projectiles, multiple projectiles from different angles, Asodimazze still consistently went for an air laser or a ground laser when he thought he could sneak one in and get a trade, because the trade is so much in his favor. It would equal up to like 3 Harley gunshots, and that force of game plan again forced Murko to either respect it or risk the chance of getting hit.
I think the biggest thing about that, though, was just the momentum shift, where Murko was ahead for the entirety of that first match and had a strong, like I'm talking a severe life lead, but Asodimazze making that comeback right from the get-go, using stuff, like you said, right, sneaking in those projectiles when he can, taking the damage wherever he found it, but also doing that off of what was a brilliant comeback in the first game. I think that really did set the tone for the rest of the match. Asodimazze was just on fire. He is clearly playing his best today, and I mean, a comfortable Superman looking to move on through the loser's bracket.
Well, he lost narrowly to Happy Pal. He could have very easily have been moving on in the winner's bracket, so we could have seen him move on in there, and he just happens to be in the loser's bracket because Happy Pal inched it out by a small amount, but he's going to be taking out Murko, who unfortunately, thank you very much for playing, but is now out of Path to Pro.